Yeah,
I
children
think this is more
possibly.
child size.
You picked up as a child, didn't you, that ran onto the SLS, ran off and then ran back again
That
and
was
then ran
it.
off.
That was next to you, wasn't it, Eddie? Sat right over there. This little child thing that ran off.
Yep.
That was really strange.
A little child through here. I've caught that on the recorder.
Have you really?
Yeah, I caught him.
Wow.
And the SLS picked that up.
Yeah.
See, a lot of people think that the SLS can only pick up solid objects, but it doesn't seem to pick up solid objects. And it's also, it's like when that one was standing next to me, he moved round and come this side.
He did.
So how could that be a solid object? It didn't move all the way round to the other side of me.
Yeah.
That's what, yeah, more and more people are using these SLS
Well,
now.
if it did pick them up, then while I was standing here, it would have picked up every single. There would have been loads of people on it, wouldn't there?
Yes,
If it picked up solid
Let's
objects.
better shut this, man. We.
Yeah. I was sitting in this area. That's all. I'm sort of standing around this area. Yeah, well, I'm standing. Tell me what you feel there. See if you feel the same.
Just there.
It does.
Yeah, well, I sat next to Sarah. It felt very different to sitting here.
I felt extremely angry sitting there.
Maybe try and walk up the step or walk somewhere.
No. Shame.
Shame.
Shame, as though you're,
Very, very cold.
you know, like when you're put in front of somebody and look what she's done,
It's very
or
different.
look at what she is, or as though you're ashamed. You're being put in front of everybody for somebody to blame you.
Right.
In other words, I think what Vicar would do, as in sort of saying, "Oh, thou art sinners," and sort of things like that. Yeah, that's where Vicar would have stood by the lectern. So, yep.
Well, when I stand there, I feel. Did you feel very
Self-conscious.
like really?
Yes, woozy.
Yeah, like you're drunk basically. And I felt like what you were just saying, like shaming, that he had got really drunk, he had a bottle, and he's walking up there, and he I don't know who he's shouting at, but bellowing, basically shaming whoever it was.
Standing there, I felt as though he was turning around, or somebody was saying, "This is what will happen to you if you don't behave yourself and live the right way," and all that type of thing. This is what you'll become. This girl has done this or that. That feeling of shame, you know, embarrassment, that type of thing where you want to duck your head down.
See, this is what I felt. He taunted as well.
Yeah.
Taunted them, made them feel useless, made them feel horrible. So how are you feeling sitting there, Sarah?
I feel like I'm going to be told off.
Told up in the naughty chair.
Right, and then how did you feel when you were sitting there?
I felt a bit like, if I had to, it's like everything's been drawn out of you. Yeah, it does feel more weird.
Drained.
Sat there
I
than
felt-
it does here.
Really angry sitting there, and the longer I sat there, the more angry I was getting. That's why I got up. I don't know why, I just felt angry, but you said there was a difference between there and there?
Yeah. Here, I feel like it's nice and warm here where I am, but there, God, yeah.
I just felt very, very angry. And I don't know why I felt angry.
I felt that. I see
You
that.
felt angry as well?
No, I've seen it. I literally.
I do feel sick.
I feel like there was someone in there.
There's a bit of that
Yeah,
sicky feel.
yeah. I do feel there was a girl that was kept in that corner. I don't know how long for,
I
but
don't know why
kept in that
it
corner.
feels like there was somebody, it must have been a man sat there all the time.
To stop you getting out?
Yeah, because I feel back here, it's like you don't feel so
You want
near to
hide,
them, if you know
yeah.
what I mean. So you're up in the corner. Yeah.
So you're okay as
That's
a...
what I saw, cowering in the corner.
Yeah.
And he's got really angry
And
about
there's-
something.
it's
He's
like
come
a-
along and...
Like a bodyguard sat there, if you know what I mean. You will stop in the corner, but won't.
Why did I feel really angry? And the longer I sat there, the angrier I seemed to feel.
Yeah. But I just
See,
feel
how
like
I
being
feel
sat
like the
here,
girl
I'm
was
going to be
murdered
told
there.
what.
I feel like he lost his temper and strangled her there. That's how I felt. That's where that anger was. So if you pick that up.
But up here, it's sort of like me being sat here, I physically feel like I'm going to be told off.
Trapped.
Yeah, I felt that as well.
And there must have been some big burly man sat there, like he would. Yeah, no, he will sit there. He
Yeah.
won't move.
Do as you're told.
No, it must be static or something.
What do you feel?
What, on
What,
wood?
words?
Static on wood? I don't think
It's
so.
like you don't really want sitting
No,
here.
why would you get a static off?
You wouldn't.
You know, like if you touch, I get it off supermarket trolleys
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah.
Static. A static. I've just got
Can-
one.
Get that off wood.
Touching it again.
Do you get it on wood?
Why would I get that off?
I do feel worried being sat up here. Worried as in sort of like
You can't get away?
a dad figure's going.
That's what I felt here.
Yeah.
As though somebody's blaming me.
Well, when I was stood up there, I sort of, well, that's something I said last time, I felt quite powerful.
Standing here, I felt powerless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I was stood up there, just behind where Lear is now, on the lectern.
Yeah.
I felt quite powerful.
Yeah, when you
Very,
stand,
very
and
powerful.
stand here,
Like,
stand
I
up
was in
here.
charge and everyone will
It
listen
is
to me.
like, yeah, I felt that as well. You stand up there and look out.
Yeah, because you're looking down.
That's what I mean. You have that sense.
You're not that command.
Yeah. You can tell when they do that for a job, though, can't you?
Your head and shoulder. That's why Lords of the Manor, when they had their big houses, they used to have their chair on a dais so that everybody was below them. Because instantly, if you're below somebody, you're instantly at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
That's like a dwarf and a tall person. You're instantly
I
at a
think I
disadvantage.
might do that in my house.
Yeah, your kids nearly as big as you now, aren't they?
Yeah, I know. This is stinks now.
So do you think he would have sat very confident standing there?
Yeah.
Extremely
Yeah,
confident.
I felt immense confidence and
Yeah.
power while I was stood there, especially up in that pulpit. I don't know who had to get up there with your leg.
The pulpit is totally amazing feeling.
Yeah.
All quiet, please.
It's got a latch on it.
A sec.
I should knock your stick over.
Just a sec. Just a sec.
It's 11 degrees, it's now gone up to 14. It's 3 degrees.
God, don't you feel powerful up here?
You feel it?
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, shoot. That might have been. Were you standing just here a little while ago?
What's that?
As Christine?
No, she's been in there since I was down there.
Yeah, no, I just come in and got that.
She's not standing. I thought it was one of us out of the corner of the eye.
That's the second person I freaked out tonight.
Grand. No, I wasn't you though.
Power you get when you're up here, it's really weird. Much stronger than down there.
Yeah.
Immense, isn't it?
You can feel it. Where would this guy have sat, do you think?
No idea. 1600s. No way of telling.
Well, the closer you are to the minister, the more the richer you were.
Yeah.
So,
You see, these pews, they certainly wouldn't have been where they were in the 1600s. These are 1800 pews.
I see that feeling's gone.
Mm-hmm.
You do feel it quite a lot when you stood in there.
Oh God, yes.
Fascinating, isn't it?
So So the sort of feeling I got in there was the sort of feeling I got when I used to be an instructor, where I was in charge. Everyone will listen to me, or you get punished.
Yeah. There's a slight, you get that feeling, but slightly less when you're here,
Yeah.
because you're still above everybody else.
Yeah.
And because you're above everybody else, that gives you that confidence, doesn't it?
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, when I was an instructor, all the students were sat down at their desks, and I was stood at the front with a lectern and all that, and I had a little step down next to the midget.
Plus the fact, when you've got something in front of you, that's a barrier
Yeah.
between you and, well, the scum, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to have a cup of tea.
Yeah.
I don't like that seat.
Mhm.
I didn't move further on.
Different people have had different things happen to them in there, especially men. Had 8, 9 men now just burst in tears, and they've said it's the most saddest they've ever felt in their life. But these are only men, and it doesn't seem to affect women.
No, I was angry when I sat
Who are
there.
angry.
I had tears in my eyes when I sat in my
You
corner.
did? Oh, I didn't realise that. Mhm. Mhm.
Well, you're feeling this.
Last time I sat down, last time I sat down,
But that,
So now it's gone up to 15. That was 11 degrees. It's now gone up to 15.
it's a bit of a difference,
There's
isn't
a
it?
lot of difference.
Mhm. We had a crazy time here the last time we were here. The temperatures were just going up and down constantly.
It was 11 degrees.
Totally amazing.
And now it's 15.34.
You'll probably find that they'll go hot, they'll go cold, because they'll go
Yeah.
cold, and then all of a sudden you'll see it, there'll be a drop, and they'll get hotter.
That's what it did just a little while ago. It's now jumped up to 15. I was thinking 11 degrees. That's not
What's
too
that
bad.
you just now had?
My face,
face is wet.
my face is wet. Leah's just wiped wet off my face.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I hate to tell you this, but you've just been pissed on by a bat.
No, I haven't.
You have.
No.
Trust me.
No, I know bats. I know bats because I've got them.
Oh, the amount of times we get peed on by
No,
bats,
that's-
and you'll feel a little sort of like dip on your shoulder, and that's when you know you've been peed on.
No, this felt as though it was coming from here, down there.
Mm.
But there's nothing there. It was just here. No, that's not. Now I know what that thing smells
I
like.
would go for
because-
that, but then again,
Because I've got bats in my attic. I know that. Maybe I didn't sit there long enough. I didn't get anything from that corner. It's here. That seat on the end. If there is a bat up there, bugger off.
I think there is.
No, there's nothing up there.
Down on the side. Yeah. And you felt sick in there.
Thick and just a worry that you're going to be told off.
Is that in
That's what I
the?
felt.
That's in the front pew.
Yeah.
A lot of people feel sick in there.
And very, very like
Did someone just whisper?
you've just done.
Ah.
That's me, sorry.
Yeah, when you were sat in
Like
that
you're
corner,
going to be.
but I
You're
felt
being told off.
I felt the opposite. When you were sat in that corner and I was sat over by the door, I thought, I'm in charge here, she'll do exactly as I'm told. as you're
Exactly,
told.
and that's when I felt when you sit in that corner,
You felt that.
it's like
Yeah.
it's a big burly man that's telling you off, being sat up there.
Because Leah said, didn't she, that he's got very big hands, long,
Mm-hmm.
big hands.
Just the dude from Jaws, James Bond, Metal Teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Jaws.
That's
That's sort of.
that's yeah.
That's funny you should say that because he was very tall, isn't he? And that's what we picked up when I was in there with the SLS.
Can you believe that one time people actually had lead teeth?
They did.
And that's in the 1800s. they thought it was good to have false teeth, but made of lead.
Made of ill.
You can imagine how long they lasted.
Yeah,
Because lead is soft.
Lead is very poisonous.
Yes, very.
it's just that dude with the metal jaw from
Yeah.
James Bond.
Hmm.
That's what you felt. Because he was like the scary looking one, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So if it was a child being told off, having somebody there like that's what.
That's very frightening.
Yeah, that looked the. I'm telling you what.
Okay.
Did you feel sitting in there?
No, trapped.
Trapped.
Trapped, yeah. You can't get out of there.
Hmm.
It's a totally different feeling to sitting there.
Mm.
So you got anger one side and trapped the other.
Who were these victims of his? Were they just girls from the village, or?
You think they're prostitutes? He was trying to wipe out prostitution. So basically, that's what we think has actually happened. The wipe out of prostitution. Which at the time, I mean, say he thought he was doing God's work. So it's only now, today, in today's world, really, that that's so bad and that. But in the 1600s, different story. Ooh, nice orb. So we sort of look at it and we say, oh, we can blame him for this, we can blame him for that. But no, we can't. For the simple reason he was doing what he thought was right.
But surely if he was trying to wipe out prostitution, he would have done what they'd done in London, tried to find them jobs and change their ways, or put them
I
into
think he enjoyed what he
put
was
them into
doing.
convents and things.
I think he knew what he was doing. I think he was in the perfect place where he needed to be, where he wanted to be.
Mm-hmm.
I think he enjoyed it. I think he liked after a little while. But then after a little while, I think he did doubt himself.
Yeah, you just say about it, you thought doubt inside of it. Mm-hmm.
It was very puzzled, very messed up. Well, you'd have had to be, wouldn't you?
Indeed.
No, I
Mm-hmm.
just thought, why was trapped there? And that's it. Couldn't get out.
What was that?
I said, I just felt horribly trapped there, as though I couldn't get out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You said you felt as though that's where she'd been killed?
Well, we don't know where it happened in the church. No idea. Can't really
I do
say.
feel
I didn't feel like an adult.
that he'd lost his temper with her. I feel that he'd kept her there for a while, and was mentally torturing her,
Mm-hmm.
telling her, stay there, stare at the wall, don't do this, don't do that. While
Yeah.
they were having parties here, she had to stay. And men would come and sit next to her and do what they would, I suppose, if they wanted to. But I think one night she did something and he lost his temper. I mean, lost his temper. And I could just see him pull her up by her arm and then beat her down and then strangled her to death.
Mm-hmm. Don't know what you're saying, but it could have happened.
This is it.
Good, what could have happened.
That pulling her up by her arm and beating her, could that explain the pain in the arm and pain in the head on the last time?
That's true. A lot of people have had that pain of the arm without any doubt.
Like shaking her, you silly girl, I told you. That's what I'm getting.
I just said I didn't feel like an adult up there.
No, a child, I think probably 14,
Isn't it weird? If you two were sitting
Mm-hmm.
further down,
16.
when William was sitting there, you were crying.
Yeah.
Yeah. You two were sitting there further down and you felt the pain, you felt right?
Being,
And yet
If
I
it
sat on
was
the
me-
other side of the thing and felt anger.
I was being told off.
Yeah.
That's what I felt up there,
Mm.
like that.
Yeah, finger. It was all,
Yeah.
he'd always point his finger.
Yeah.
Even when he stood there.
When I stood at the end there.
And yet, moving a couple of seats along where I'm sitting at the end, when I sat down, instantly, I felt angry. And the longer I sat there, the angrier I felt.
And I
Was
just
it
get
like
the-
an uncontrolled, like a belly
I wanted to
anger,
hit
like
something.
you could feel it in your
I wanted to
stomach?
hit
Yeah,
something.
that's how I felt.
Really angry.
Yeah.
And I still feel like that is somebody like that man from James Bond with the metal teeth.
Jules.
Yeah, big man.
Is he got
Scary
olive skin?
man.
Is he got olive, like not dark skin? He's not foreign, but like a tan skin.
Swarthy.
Weathered.
Just yeah, weathered. Yeah, like a weathered look. Has he got like that sort of look?
He
I
must
don't know.
have.
I've never watched a James Bond film.
He just felt like he was tall and like.
Watch a James Bond film.
No, sorry.
Sacrilege.
And I've only watched one Star Wars film as well.
Sacrilege.
If this guy was,
I
if
watched
this
every
guy
Harry
was
Potter.
killing prostitutes, if this guy was killing prostitutes, he must have had at least a couple of helpers.
When you say a
Because
couple.
he couldn't restrain the girls and do what he'd done all by himself.
No, we
Unless
wouldn't.
you probably feel like there is more than one male.
We got 3 in here. We got Thelma. She would gain the girls' trust.
Was she quite schoolmarmish?
We've heard one version of her shouting her name out, Thelma. Like that.
Really?
We heard her voice coming out.
Very like little mouth.
So she'd gain the prostitutes' trust. They'd bring her back to the church, and then basically, ooh, did someone just tap their foot?
No.
Thought I heard a noise
Yes.
Thank you. And then with that, that's basically our friends would then take over.
But he couldn't have done what he'd done by himself. Even
Yeah,
if,
saying there's 2 of them.
Yeah.
There was the 2 of them, him and Walter.
Had to have been at least a couple of blokes.
There was him and Walter.
Sorry, did you say that you knew the name of the other one?
There's a match.
Him and Walter.
Yeah, Walter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walter. Sorry?
You said you feel like there's a match in presence, if you know what I mean. Very
Did I
macho.
get the voice recorder to